Hello, brothers and sisters. It's your boy BC. Welcome back to the Based LDS video. And I've been gone far too long. I thought summer would introduce some free time, and that hasn't happened yet. Even though school's out, so I'm down to one job now, and it's only been out this week. So I should have myself should be finding some more free time coming up to do some of these videos. And there's a lot I want to get to. Matthew 24, as in the days of Noah. I'm looking forward to doing a video on that one. I'm trying to do some research, put together some videos and news articles for you that we can review for that one to show you how that's coming to pass. Going to do a book review for Development of Temple Doctrine, Wilford Woodruff Witness. It's a fantastic book. It's one I've mentioned a lot before, and I really hope that a review on that book will pique people's interest and get them to get out and buy the book and look at it for themselves. And I think a lot of these people that are like Mormon Rescue, for instance, a lot of this guy's supporters are like, well, church has fallen since Joseph Smith, and I think there's a misunderstanding on what Revelation is and how church was supposed to progress. And I think we see it today, confusion as far as what the current revelation is and why it's... We don't understand Revelation and how it is to be revealed to the people, I think, to members and to the world. But for today, something that I've had a couple people comment on, like, hey, where are the comment videos? Here's because I did not realize it's been a full 3.5 weeks since I've done a comment video. So let's play catch up, shall we? And I do want to say this. I did the Praise to the Man videos, and that trailer video that brought to the fact that I'd be talking more about Joseph Smith in upcoming videos. And then I started doing the First Vision videos. Now, the Praise to the Man video got a couple thousand views. I was blown away. I'm like, wow, this is fantastic. And then the First Vision videos have been 40, 30, 20. Especially the last one I did, just last week on the 1838 First Vision. Got 22 views on YouTube. On Rumble, it got 872 views. That's my most viewed video on Rumble. So maybe some of you are watching on Rumble now instead of YouTube, in which case, I'm not a fan of YouTube. YouTube is the widest audience, though. You're going to get the most audience. So, of course, I'm going to talk mostly about YouTube. Plus, you can find comments easier on YouTube than you can on Rumble. I can just pull up comments. I can view my content in a clearer manner, but wow, 872 views for that one video on Rumble about the 1838 account of the First Vision was fantastic. And I will be doing a video on the fourth primary account of the First Vision, and then on Monday. And then on Thursday, I'll be doing one on the secondary accounts from Orson Pratt, Orson Hyde, some of those guys. And then next weekend, on Saturday or Sunday, I'll be doing a video talking about the problems the Antis, and I'll be showing clips from their video specifically, but problems the Antis have with the First Vision, and just knocking their silly arguments aside. So we'll be finishing out the First Vision series. But I was really surprised to see 2,000 videos on a trailer for Joseph Smith, and then no interest on the First Vision. I hope curiosity picks up and peaks. Not going to lie. I want people to watch my channel. I want people to listen to what I have to say. I also want people to comment and push back when and where they can, because I don't know everything. And I'm looking for more information. And for people to provide good counter-arguments. But some of these things, like this first one, are just inane. So let's go with the comments, and let's start with the Praise to the Man video. So I have replied to some of these, so I'm going to start off with the ones I have not replied to. And Julian, that's funny, says, trumped up charges. Yeah, Julian, trumped up charges. Joseph Smith was hit with a lot of trumped up charges. When he was arrested and sent to Carthage jail, the charge was treason against the state of Illinois. That charge was a result of the fact that Joseph Smith was able to post bail on the charge of inciting a riot for the destruction of the Nauvoo Expositor. Let's be clear. There was nothing illegal with the destruction of the Expositor. The potential for that to have taken place was granted in the Nauvoo Charter, voted on by the people who took it in. Look, the Expositor was not just a counterpoint to the LDS Church. It published libelous information. It was a nuisance, a hazard. And the destruction of printing presses under those circumstances was not unheard of or rare in the Americas. The arguments we see today about free speech, they're not new. I mean, they're new in some regards as far as which arguments are being made. But an argument against or for free speech and the limits of free speech, not new. So what happened to the Expositor? Legal. And you know, one of the videos I might do in the future, Elder Oaks, I think like 30 years ago, he and I forget the co-author's name, but they did research on all of the charges brought up against Joseph Smith. Smith was acquitted all the time. All the charges, all the time. There were some where he fled from one state to another. True. So he didn't face the court. But when he faced the court, he was acquitted. I think if Truman Madsen is correct, the only charge that stuck against Joseph Smith was that he had successfully exorcised a demon. But there was no law against it, so therefore he was found guilty but freed. So hey, you cast a demon out of a person. Yes, I did. Well, guilty. And since there's no crime against it, have a good day, sir. So maybe I'll try and look up that paper that Elder Oaks did a good number of years ago, and we'll go through that. But yeah, so Julian, a lot of trumped up charges, guy. Come on. From Chandler, amen. I had my witness of the divine call and role of Joseph Smith as the Savior's prophet, seer, and revelator in his last dispensation. Anyone who stands with and for Joseph Smith is a friend of mine. Well said, sir. We do need to stick up for the things we believe in. Something I will be getting into next week with this woke nonsense, and the devil's ideology is critical theory and all of the subtenets therein: critical race, critical gender, critical sexual theories. That Blue Jays pitcher that said he disagreed with Bud Light and Target, and then baseball made him bend the knee, and he caved in and said he needed to be re-educated. The re-education, folks, is today's modern term for a struggle session like they had in Maoist China. That's what it is. Lillian says, as I read and learn more of the truth as is Joseph Smith, the Book of Mormon has inspired me to join the LDS. Good. The motivation and the inspiration is too great to stop. Good. I'm glad you've joined the church. I hope you're very active, and I hope you're growing day in and day out, and that you're feeling that spirit. Let's see. That was just a question, what was the song? Someone answered. Danilo Canales says, I will always stand by the prophet in the last dispensation, the prophet Joseph Smith. Good. We should all be making stands like this a regular part of who we are. We need to confirm our witness. We need to reinforce and refortify our testimonies daily. we need to be ready to stand up. We need to have the mental ability and the courage to stand up to the world and say no. And I think that starts with acknowledging Joseph Smith as a prophet. All right, so that would be finish out the video. That would finish out the comments for the praise to the man. So, yeah, 2,400 views. All right, 63 views and no comments. Introduction to the First Vision. Or 63 views, no comments. And then the comments, the last comments I made, wow, that was such a long time ago. J-Cal, in response to the last set of comments from May 2nd. It's been a full month. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Yesterday was the 3rd anniversary of when my wife and I were baptized, and it wasn't intended, but the earlier that morning, like 2 or 3 a.m., I began and finished a video testimony. It was actually in the middle of it that I came to the realization that our 3rd year's members and the elders came by the Latter-day Saints in the course of talking. Okay, let's try this again. Yesterday was the 3rd anniversary of when my wife and I were baptized, and it wasn't intended, but earlier that morning, like 2 to 3 a.m., I began and finished a video testimony, and it was actually in the middle of it that I came to the realization that it was our 3rd year as members. And the elders came by later that day, and in the course of talking, they said there's a couple attending the Orthodox Church, that must be the Antioch Church, okay, who are meeting with missionaries, and they said they would share the video. That's fantastic. Hey, congratulations on 3 years a member. I hope you're doing well. So I guess the video you made is maybe for family and friends. I just now clicked on your channel. I don't see it, but I hope your video went over well. So let's see. All right. The next video, and this is on the Alma 7, the Lord succoring his people. Oh, how lucky, and this is from S. Saint Laurent. Hey, Samuel. Oh, how lucky they are to be on the other side. I'm not suicidal, but I do excite over the day when this will come. You know, it is amazing when you think about the consequences of what is to be coming, right? Like, it is to be hard, it is to be a challenge, and it is a blessing. That's why I like Last Dispensation. He covers some of those things a lot. Let me see here. So, all right, now this is where I start my videos on the First Vision, and frankly, not a lot of views, not a lot of comments. Oh, no, tomorrow. Oh, when you compare Joseph Smith and his work to anyone else in the Bible, you make the biggest mistake. You assume they care to be intellectually honest. Truer words have never been spoken, sir. It's been a while since I've been on. Baptizing my son on the 3rd of June. Any advice? Oh. No. But congratulations. Man, what a blessing to be able to baptize your son. What a joy and a gift. I had the privilege of baptizing my daughter. We weren't sure it was going to happen because it was at the outset of COVID and they shut all the church services down. But we got lucky and they okayed, as long as we maintained social distancing and wore masks and sanitized everything before and after. My parents, my wife's mother and father, and my wife and I and my stepson, stepdaughter were able to attend my daughter's baptism. I was able to baptize her. So even though it was a smaller gathering than normal, it was powerful, and it was fantastic, and the Spirit was so strong. So just do everything you can. Save the program and have your family, you and your spouse and your son, write a testimony and maybe a journal entry together about that day. If you have a chance, if this gets to you in time, remember that day and encourage your son to remember that day. That'll go a long way, I hope, and I feel, and I believe, towards helping him to maintain his faith in the future. Remember, that's the sacrament, right? Remember. The more we can do to remember, the more we are able to hold on to everything that's important. Let's see here. And then my latest video, the 22 views on the first vision from the 1838 account. J-Cal. Even my own testimony has changed over time as new understanding is gained, and I've only been a member 3 years. And that's the point, is growth, right? We should be growing. And it does change. You have your testimony when you can come in, and it's always the same testimony, but it does evolve and it does grow. And then S. Saint Laurent again. That's awesome to hear. Good tip if you haven't already started. If you add Tabernacle Choir into your car ride, not only do you get to listen to the awesome music, but you also learn a little doctrine as well. Aha. I like the choir in limited doses. I know that's not the best thing to say. And you've also made a comment that you have a lot of videos to catch up on. Sharing the gospel with others through videos is fantastic, and watching other people's videos and hearing their testimonies is a builder as well. It builds so much faith, right? It's just, you can't help but be uplifted. So that is all the primary comments to videos. So let's see if there's any that have been put out that I haven't shared. Let's see. Randall, 2 days ago. And this is in response to Mormon Rescue and the change to the temple endowment. Randall says, I asked questions and I got disfellowed. Okay, there's the typing error here. I asked questions and I got disfellowshipped. How do you answer that? See, this is the rough thing for me. I ask questions. See, I don't know you. I don't know your situation. I don't know the questions you asked. I don't know the context. I don't know the situation. You know, if I have a hard time with things like that because I ask questions. I encourage people to ask questions. I've never been discouraged from asking questions. I've never been discouraged from reading something or anything. Now, yes, it is advised we don't read anti-Mormon. And I get why, because it is poison. It is not good. And yet I did. But I would wonder if there was more to it than just, well, I asked questions and therefore they booted me. And I don't know your situation, so I can't answer to what you're saying there. If this is something, Randall, if you're going to hear this video, if this is something you want to talk about on air or the side, hey, I'm willing to talk to you. I'm willing to get more of your side. But I do have trouble believing the fact that people get kicked just for asking questions. There's got to be some nuance to that. There's got to be some more to that. Robbie France, also in response to Mormon Rescue. Book of Mormon, only Mormonism. I've been wondering if such a thing exists. Brings to mind Quran, only Islam. And I never would have imagined a Book of Mormon, only Mormonism. But that's what Mormon Rescue, in my mind, from what I've seen, tends to push. Now, I'm saying that knowing I can't really back that up, and I can't look for more information because the guy's channel's been yeeted. It is gone. And I've heard little things about why it's gone, like, he had a meeting with the state council or bishopric, and they advised him that this was anti and this was bad for him, and so, whatever happened, I wish Mormon Rescue good luck. I wish him the best in his future endeavors, and I hope that if my assessment based on 2 videos is correct, and it is Book of Mormon, only Mormonism, and original Joseph Smith, only Mormonism, everything from Brigham on is heresy or something, I hope he gets a little bit more light and knowledge about that, because it's not the way it is. Let's see here. EJS, response to Mormon Rescue. Mormon Rescue is spot on in every one of his videos. I wish I could agree or disagree, but I can't. I can't verify that because his videos are gone, which is sad. I was looking forward to looking at more of his videos. Uncorrelated Mormonism. I've seen this guy's YouTube channel. I did a video about the huge list of changes of the endowment since it was first written down. It is comical that the only response from members is really, a change is not a change. I know I watched his video on the endowment changes, but I liked what Mormon Rescue had to say more, so I did the video on Mormon Rescue. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch your video, Uncorrelated, and then I'm going to rewatch my video to see if I did say changes aren't changes, because I don't believe that's what I said, and I don't believe that's what I insinuated or implied. But we'll come around to you. We'll come around to you, especially in light of this book. It does a lot. It does a lot. I didn't listen to this pathetic video. Mormon Rescue is being socially abused by the children of hell in the Church of Rameumpton. I've got your back, MR. We miss you. That's from Angry Mormon. So you'll comment on my video without listening to it. You're a clown. Let me see here. In a response to Quick and Leading Saints, Men and Masculinity, Zero Solutions Given. Arbin says, bro, you working nights? I'm sorry, I've been there. And days too, which is why the scarcity of videos the last month. Now I'm doing just the night job. Pizza delivery. Thank you, Pizza Hut. Until school starts again in September. And then through September, I'll be doing both jobs. You got to make up for what I'm short not working for the school during the summer, right? Let's see. On Alma 7. Oh, wait. I replied to that one. Why didn't it show? Okay. Yeah, that looks like it's it. I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch the Mormon Rescue video. For Mormon Rescue. And Uncorrelated Mormonism, I'm going to watch your video as well. Matter of fact, I'm going to reply with that right now. And try and understand what you mean. I'm going to have to rewatch my video because I really don't think I said a change is no change, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, brothers and sisters, I love you all. I'll be talking to you later. Peace out. And thank you.